dream of a perfect life. And for some, they have found it.
Me and my best buddy Jet, we love it so much. It's in your blood, it's in your blood.
So nice to be free from suburbia, you know what I mean, and work.
Pay £1 million for that view. I couldn't afford that in the town. Yeah, beautiful.
You just love it. You know, I've been down here 14 years and I wouldn't never go back to a house again, ever.
It's a place where the gateways open and take you to a different world.
Bring me a boat to cross to my dear. I stand here alone with my sweetheart so near. Bring me a road to cross all the time, for its deep murky waters part his heart and mine.
Living on the water can offer many things. The chance to live a simpler life with a real sense of community, or just a more affordable way of living in 21st century Britain. Today, there are over 2,000 miles of restored canals, and on England's most southerly cross-country canal, the Kennet and Avon, boaters get a chance to live in some of the best countryside in the UK. Everyone here has their own reason for choosing life on a boat. Leb is going to show us his tailor-made boat party animal.
As you can see, the inside of this has all been done out. It's a nice bar, as if we're ready for a good ale intake.
And if you know Leb, you know his party tricks.
Not the best of things to drink on an alcoholic night out with your friends. Just normal paraffin. And it don't taste that good either.
Nicola's boat is her livelihood. She gave up working in London and converted her boat into the UK's only floating salon.
I think they find it quite therapeutic, to be honest.
Definitely gives you a good sense of well-being.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
She's one of many canal traders, and on the hottest day of the year, Ma is sure to clean up.
Basically, I'm glued to this spot from the time it gets busy to the time we're finished. Everything here is at hand. It's all easy to work, serving out either side.
Holly and Stu choose boat life for the slow pace and tranquility. It's moving day today, but it's not all plain sailing.
Oh, it is ripe in there today.
And we'll follow a hen party that need L plates as they make their way to their party destination in Bath.
I think it's quite funny because people look at you because you're a bunch of girls, and I think they don't expect that you're able to obviously.
We're not able.
Well, we're not able. When the sun shines, it's chance to enjoy what is best about boating. Dave and his dog are staying in the countryside near Bath in Somerset. Between enjoying a pint, playing his sax or didgeridoo, he's attempting to maintain his boat.
So nice to be free from suburbia, you know what I mean, and work. It's, yeah, but unfortunately it needs maintaining, and you've got to work hard sometimes, and that means a paint job, so yeah. You keep on moving about, you get to meet different people all the time. I mean, like when you live in a house, it's just like, you don't really know your neighbours. But like you go onto the boats and then it's like a little community of different people that every time you move in, they're coming back a different way. So you're meeting different people all the time. Like the major differences of living in a house and then living on a boat is when you're in the house, you're static, and then you're just going to be looking out that window for the next 25 years on that mortgage. Whereas if you've got a boat, then you're looking at that view, and then the next day you're looking at a different view, or 2 weeks down the line you're looking at a different view again, like so. the differences are just massive. But it's very pleasant, especially when you've got this weather. But this is the first decent summer we've had for, what, 86, something like that, I'd have thought. Yeah. I can't remember the last time I've seen grass dying and no water, so yeah.
And it's during these summer months that the popular stretches of the canal can get very busy. For canal traders, it's a chance to make hay while the sun shines.
You got women on your mind.
Today, it's going to be hot, with temperatures rising above 30 degrees. And for Ma, the conditions are perfect for business.
Take her out for a meal. If a daddy's boy, just do what you feel.
We're here at Dundas Aqueduct on the Kennet and Avon. A very, very popular spot. Runners, cyclists, walkers, canoeists, boaters. It's absolutely crazy busy on weekends. And they all pop in basically for cold drinks, ice creams, all the stuff that they need to refresh themselves.
We're always happy, last we're living, yeah, that's our philosophy.
One of the main things, I don't go to work in rush hour. That's one thing for sure. And I keep myself busy throughout the summer. With this fantastic weather at the minute, we couldn't ask for much more. If I walk down the street, let's say I go into Bath tomorrow, and I walk down the street and say hello to somebody, they'd look at me weirdly. Nobody can walk past. There you go. Nobody can walk past. They've got to say hello. It's what you do. Morning, and I'm sure you will get to meet my little boating companion, Moggy, my little Jack Russell. Ideal dog for a boat. Obviously, you can shake him off, get the mud off, dry him out, all in a couple of minutes. Put a collie on there, you've got a nightmare. Winter can be a bit muddy. Winter can be a bit cold, but only on the outside. That's the main thing.
While Ma's waiting for his first customers of the day, he's not the only one hoping for some passing trade in this nice weather. Nicola is moored by Bradford on Avon in Wiltshire. She owns a floating salon.
It's great coming to work in the morning, just open the doors up and I'm ready to go. I've been hairdressing for over 15 years, and I've worked in some very busy salons. I've worked in salons in London, so it's great to take my skill to the canal. You know, everybody needs a haircut, even boaters, so it just works really well for everybody.
You may think that having your hair done on a canal boat may not be the luxurious experience you'd get from a high street salon, but Nicola has all the mod cons on board. It's a completely unique experience, as this floating salon is the only one of its kind on the canal network.
So this is the floating salon itself, this is where it all happens. Just got the one chair, backwash unit, got all my colours over this side, and this is just really where it all happens. I've got some clients coming later on today, so I'm looking forward to seeing them.
Several miles west towards the city of Bath, Boater Leb is looking for a parking space with a difference. He knows exactly where to find the best views for free.
I'm lucky, I've got views like that every day of my life. I don't have to look at the back of someone else's house or yard or whatever. I can move anywhere I want and the freedom is mine. You pay £1 million for that view. I couldn't afford that in the towns. Yeah, beautiful.
It's not just the views Leb gets for free. On board his unique boat party animal, this thrifty boater has decorated using recycled materials.
Welcome aboard the party animal. As you can see, the inside of this has all been done out. It's a nice bar, as if we're ready for a good ale intake. All this stuff that you see inside here is what I've gathered out of people's garages and what people have given me as recycled stuff and that, you know. The majority of this has been free. All this stuff on this bar, for instance, you know, if you have a closer look, these are stair spindles. This is all chipboard. This is all black slate tiles and all these smaller tiles. All this stuff was just laid around in someone's garage. And I've created this bar out of my mind, and it's all bespoke. You can't buy stuff like this. You probably all think out there that, you know, I've got less than you lot, but I haven't. Got a lovely wood stove burner that provides all my heat in the winter. Got radiators throughout, provide even more heat throughout the night. I've got my own television. I've got every cooking facility you could possibly want in a kitchen. The thing you need, I've got in this boat. I don't need to live in a house, and it's more of an eco way of living as well. For the price that it costs me to live in this boat per year is approximately £7,000-ish. It's a lot cheaper than living in a house, and I couldn't see myself ever going back into a house because I like this environment so much.
As well as taking pride in his boat, Leb has another passion he likes to share with fellow boaters.
One of my entertaining things is when we're all together on the night, I secretly just play with fire a little bit. I can sneak up behind people and give them quite a shock. If you'd like to see it sometime, I might even show you.
While Leb quite literally warms up for his party trick, for others, it's moving day. When the time comes, moving your home is easy.
Oh yeah, I just decided that I wanted to move home, so I just pack up and go.
Nothing needs to be done in a rush. Living on the water is a slower pace of life.
We have all the time in the world.
When you're planning to travel by canal, just
take it easy.
Just take it easy. Don't try and rush. Don't try and get to a certain place at a certain time. Just manana. We'll get there when we get there, really.
We have all the love.
For Holly and Stu, buying a boat was the best decision they'd ever made. But it was a spontaneous one.
The funny story about when I bought Aisling was she was the first canal boat I'd ever stepped on, and I'd never been on a canal boat holiday, I'd never been on a canal trip, I don't even think I'd really even visited a canal, and then I'm quite mental like that. I just got this sort of thought in my mind that I wanted to buy a boat, so I just did. I saw Aisling on the internet, I came to see her, stepped on her, I just fell in love with her. The wonderful thing about the canal is, you know, the diversity that you've got. You've got, you've got someone's £1 million boat, and then you can moor up next to it in your tatty old boat, but you're still sharing the same view. You're still part of the same thing. And like, where else does that happen in society, where you've got a £1 million house, and then someone living in a £1 million house, and then someone next to it just living in a bin? But on the canal, you can, it does. You can share the same beautiful view as the rich person, you know, and I think the canal is a great leveller in that respect. You know, we're all the same.
Holly and Stu can sit back and enjoy the ride. But for Ma, back down on the dawdling dairy, there's no time to relax. The punters are arriving fast, and in this weather, they all want one thing: ice creams. Ma's boat is adapted to keep everybody happy. He can serve canoeists and boaters on the waterside, and passers-by on the towpath. It's a job that keeps him on his feet.
Enjoy that lovely weather.
Basically, I'm glued to this spot from the time it gets busy till the time we're finished. Everything here is at hand. It's all easy to work, serving out either side. What can I do? We have, shall I list it for you? Yes, please. Okay, here we go then. Cornish vanilla ice cream, flake or no flake, end of list.
Okay.
Okay.
Can we have 3 with a flake?
3 with flakes. The normal phenomenon is trade, both sides. As we're looking at a day boat coming in. There's 2 of. Okay. It keeps me busy, which is obviously a good thing. There you go.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy your day.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
How many do you need?
I don't know, we'll find out in a minute.
All right. Well, I can tell you all about customer service. I've dealt with the public. I mean, I'm quite old now. I know I don't look it, but I was a salesman for 22 years, and when you're a salesman, basically, you're on stage every time you do a dem, and it's exactly the same here. You can play with the customers as long as you want. They thoroughly enjoy it, and they remember that happy old ice cream vendor, you know, the cheerful chap. Been on a long run?
Yeah, I have actually.
Where have you been today?
Been up to Castle Combe and then back down.
I've got
Bath.
a train.
Sorry? Yeah.
Train's a lot easier.
Not wrong.
Not that you enjoyed it. The object exercise, of course, is they go away happy, smile, and that's a good thing.
You don't do ice.
No. Only for my gym.
That's what I want it for.
It's been a great start to the day for Mark. While the first boat of happy customers leave with their ice creams, back on the UK's only floating salon, Nicola's first customer day has arrived.
So I'm guessing you've not had your hair cut on a boat before?
Nope, first time, new experience. Lovely. I think people like new experiences these days, don't they? So
I think so. It's offers something totally different than the high street salon does, you know. And you know, some people want to give it a go, and others don't because they just perhaps think it's a bit too unique for them. But most people, like yourself, just walk by and think, oh, perhaps I'll have a go. I'll do that.
So have you ever had anybody that sort of rocked up in Lycra or something like that, just come off of a bike
Yes,
and come in?
we get all sorts. I've had joggers that are sort of on their run out in the morning, or they run after work, and they think, oh, while she's here, I'll have a quick trim. So, and then they run off again, and cyclists come in, and sometimes they bring their bike on the back and chain their bike up.
Do they? That's so funny.
That's quite funny. In the winter, my regulars especially, they sort of get used to how it is, and they'd wear their wellies to walk down the towpath, and they'd bring their slippers with them, so they sort of cosy up in front of the fire, sat with their colour on or something like that. You know, sometimes high street salons, especially on a Saturday, can be really busy places, and perhaps not quite so relaxing as sitting in here. Like now, you know, the sun's shining, you've got the water just outside the window, and people just, I think they find it quite therapeutic, to be honest.
definitely gives you a good sense of well-being.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? So what did you think of your first experience having a haircut on a
I
boat?
thought it was brilliant. I really enjoyed it.
Did
Asking you
you?
some questions about your venture, and
thank
yeah,
you.
it's nice to have such a peaceful surrounding.
That's lovely.
to have my
Thank you.
house open. Thank you.
Dave's also still hard at work, but in the midsummer heat, he's finding it hard to motivate himself.
Yeah, it gets tiring, like all this length, sanding it, grinding it, and it's going to have to be washed and then painted. But in the end, hopefully it'll be worth it.
Then you take my mind and play with it all night.
But it's time to down tools again, as Dave has found something better to do.
What I like to do to relax, well, generally I just play my saxophone, which I've been playing now for a year and a half maybe, and that's having lessons every other week, and yeah, just play that. I've always fancied playing it, but originally I never had the money to buy a saxophone, so I played the didgeridoo. So I played that, and that cost me 20 quid a didgeridoo, so I played that for 10 years. Yeah, my didgeridoo, bought it in Glastonbury, gave it to a friend, and then the friend kept it for 3 months and then painted it for me and decorated it, and every single piece of paint, different colour. It's just a tiny little dot off a little paintbrush. Painted a crab in here because that's my star sign, Cancer, and then it's got another Chinese, which is Chinese monkey, because that's the Chinese star sign for Cancer. Actually it was the year I was born, like that was the one. and then you've got the two Chinese notes there, which are, that one says sound, and then that one says waves, so it's sound waves, and then the leaves are just keep going round, which is just eternal life really, and you've just got the sound waves going with it, and yeah, it's a nice attractive didgeridoo that a friend painted for me.
Dave's not the only boater to have an unusual hobby. Canal life certainly brings out some unusual pastimes. Back down on the party animal, Leb is getting fired up for his hobby. That has taken him 28 years to master.
One of the tricks I usually do that surprises people, I like doing a bit of fire breathing. Not the best of things to drink on an alcoholic night out with your friends. It's just normal paraffin. And it don't taste that good either. Get the smell of the hairs, better than a waxing lady's. In my time of doing fire performance, I have had a fair few accidents, or the odd one. I literally did set fire to my head one time and ended up in A&E. But luckily, I've still got my good looks. This has took me approximately 28 years to learn this art. They say Bruce Lee was quick. Didn't see that one coming though.
Not everyone that enjoys the canal has a boat. It's shared by walkers, cyclists, and the occasional canoeist. Mick and his best buddy Jim not only have a love affair with each other, but the canal too.
Well, basically I come down here 3 times a week, and me and the old dog, we just get on the canal and chill out. We do probably 20 miles a day, and the dog's at peace on the canal, which is it's not very often. I'm a builder by trade, so he comes to me to work every day, but he loves the canal and all the people to do with it really. They're pretty easy going, they're always polite. He does have a bad habit of crapping on the path every now and then, but I have to use my oar to get that one out. Probably not appropriate wording, but still. Sit down. It's enough, be steady now. There's a Jack Russell over there and he's I think he quite fancies it, to be honest. I can't really put much more into words really, what I take out of being on the canals. They're just a beautiful thing really. And you know they're not natural, you know they've been formed by, you know, many years of manpower and hands, blood, no doubt was shed in the times, and also all the families that would have been involved, you know, from generations. These things didn't take 5 minutes with a shovel. And I've had a bit of a wild life in the past, and so to do things like this is totally the opposite side of the coin, you know. But it takes me until I'm 50 to appreciate these things. Sadly, you don't appreciate them when you're young. And I guess that's why me and my best buddy Jet, we love it so much. And also when you've been married 3 times, you give up the ghost and get yourself a good dog. Because there ain't many other people that have been part of Canal and Jet. So I have no more to add to that, apart from we love it, you know. It's in your blood, it's in your blood. What me, hang on Jet, I'm trying to talk. what me and Jip are going to do now, we're going to jog on, catch up on a few wandering spirits, and I think we've got about another 8 mile to go. Happy days. Time for a sherbet, back to my caravan, chill out in the countryside again. Have a good day, folks. Lovely meeting you all. Take it easy.
While Mick and Jip were at peace on the water, not all are.
Rock the boat, don't rock the boat, baby. Rock the boat, I don't tip the boat over. Rock the boat, I don't rock the boat, baby. Rock the boat.
Living on the canal means you need to share your home, with some that are not always favourable amongst boaters. Hen and stag doos have become a popular part of life on the canal, and enjoying the peace and quiet is not what they've come for.
What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning?
It's my Hindu.
It's all about you. It's all about you, Molly Mop.
Yeah, it's my Hindu, and my sister organised it as a surprise. So I didn't know where I was going, what I was doing. I just got the train yesterday, and yeah, from Plymouth, and ended up here. So thank you. I think it's quite funny because people look at you because you're a bunch of girls, and I think they don't expect that you're able to obviously.
We're not able.
Well, we're not able.
These hens certainly need L plates when it comes to mooring up.
I don't know, the physical side, the ground is quite difficult sometimes to peg in, isn't it, to use that thing.
I think you mean a mallet.
Yeah, like we haven't got enough rope, so that's been quite difficult to work out how we're going to keep the boat to the side of the canal. Come on, Skipper, I'm not a practical one. I don't really know what we're doing.
Many hands make light work. Well, maybe not in this case. It's just as well they're in no rush. This vessel certainly would not get them to the church on time.
We're pulling the peg out. Right, that's fine. Just loop it round that thing.
We're not able.
Well, we're not able.
I realised that there was a bunch of boys that just did it for us.
Yeah.
While the basics of boating for the hens is proving a bit tricky,
when you're chewing on life's gristle, that
for
grumble.
long-term boaters Holly and Stu, getting from A to B is a breeze. They've arrived at Bradford-on-Avon Wharf in Wiltshire, and they've got a boating job that no one wants to do.
Always look on the bright
So
side
I
of
just gotta empty my toilet.
Not everything about boating is idyllic. Managing your waste is something all boaters have to cope with.
So here it is, a massive tank full of poo. Possibly my poo. A funny story, apparently someone was coming along the towpath with their poo tank, and there was people out eating at the cafe. They tripped over, dropped the poo tank, the poo went everywhere, and that was probably not a very pleasant experience for either him or the people at the cafe. Right. Ah, rubbish? Oh, you're going to bring the rubbish. Lovely. Right. Let's do this thing. Ah, one more thing. Keys. Oh, you got your keys. You got a PWC on it. Yeah. Cool. Because the door to the Altown place will be locked, you know, just so nobody steals the poo or anything like that.
Life's a piece of shit when you look at it. Life's a laugh and death's a joke, it's true. You'll see it's all a
Yeah, so it's in here. Oh, the door's open, that's handy. Right. Keys somewhere safe. I don't want them covered in poo. No. So basically now what I've got to do is open that up and tip that down a horrible smelly sink type thing. But I'm not going to let you guys see this bit because it's really gross. Oh, it is ripe in there today. I feel like I've got rid of, you know, a lot of bad things.
I feel like a weight's been lifted.
Yeah, weight's been lifted. Oh, yeah, so much negativity has flown away from me, and now I've got a positively empty tank. Time to rock on.
As the temperatures start to soar, Mar gets busier down at the Dawdling Dairy, and his customers come in all shapes and sizes,
Lovely, thank you.
even the canine variety.
In this weather, the Eskimos would buy it, wouldn't they?
I see me and the dog like it whatever the weather.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you very much indeed, my love. £1.50, thank
Thank
you. We get a lot of dog customers, a vast amount of dog customers. I feel so I'm not doing them a lot of good. Their waistlines can't be good, but there you go. Nothing I can do. People want to feed their dogs.
You never know what passing trade you'll get next. And when a canoe club arrives, it's like rush hour on the water.
Oh, I take it you've had a lovely paddle
Oh
today.
yeah, we've gone all the way up to the pub.
Yeah.
Had a lovely meal in the pub.
Yeah.
Beautiful meal. Hopped over into the river.
Yeah.
And had a lovely paddle all the way down here.
Fantastic.
We've got a lot of kids with us, a lot of beginners.
I should take a day off and come with you, really.
You should have done. It's just a bit big to go over the weir though.
We use the canal here and the river. It's one of our toughest trips because we start at the cafe, we go to a nice public house, and then we've got to come past this boat and have ice creams. Everybody ready? Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go!
The idea is to take your paddle with you.
It's a long way home for the canoeist, but for Mar, he's already there, and he's taking a well-deserved break with Moggy. The hens are still getting to grips with life on a boat, and eventually they master the art of mooring up. But with 7 hens on one boat, the living accommodation was always going to be a tight squeeze.
Inside the boat, actually, the boat, it sounds, I suppose, obvious, but the boat's really long, and it seems to take 5 minutes to get from one end to the other. And it's a really cool thing, but I think the thing is that I couldn't live on one because you'd end up being like really clumsy, wouldn't you?
And with 7 of us in there, we are kind of shuffling around, but it's amazing what
living
you
in
can
a
fit
tunnel.
in.
You didn't even know what kind of space you'd have or what facilities there were. I mean, good job that you organised the deluxe one.
Well, we're going to take it slowly, aren't we? We're going to go to Bath, I think, which is going to take quite a long time. But yeah, party tonight.
Party tonight.
It's a group effort to get the boat on its way. But unfortunately for the hens, the boat's stuck in shallow water.
We can use a pole.
Yeah, give me a pole.
Later, we'll find out if they actually make it to Bath. A little further down the canal, Holly's boat is also turning heads, for an altogether different reason.
A lot of people don't realise that you can have a garden on a boat. They're like, oh, I wouldn't want to get a boat because I've missed my garden. I like to grow things that I can eat, mainly, because I'm always thinking about food on my belly. So I'm growing some courgettes here, but the most delicious part I find is I really think the flowers are the most tasty part. You batter those, deep fry them. That's absolutely delicious. Got this chilli plant because somebody said to me that chilies grow really well on boats. It's because of the sunlight hits the steel and warms it up, so it's a really warm environment for the chilies. Someone was just bringing their boat this way and they were like, I love your chilies, how did you get them to grow like that? I've been trying to grow them in my conservatory for ages. And I'm just like, boat chilies. I'll just pick that one off. That's a bit, got that one down there as well. But today I'm on my garden because I want to pick some mint to make myself some mint tea because I've been having a bit of a funny belly. So mint helps aid the digestion, you see. So now I'm going to go and put some boiling water on this, get my whistly kettle on my gas stove.
This could be Rotterdam or anywhere, Liverpool or Rome, 'cause Rotterdam is anywhere, anywhere alone.
Oh, my kettle's boiling. Oh.
Anywhere alone.
There we go. Make sure the gas is out. It doesn't always go out. So yeah, I always use a whistly kettle because we can't really use mains power here. So this is my boat, and she's very small but cosy inside. That's my lounge there. So I've got my sofa bed, which just flips out if I've got guests over. This is my kitchen. Got all the modern conveniences. Haven't got a microwave because of the power thing again, but got my my Psycho Vanessa, they call these on the canal, because they do this and it traps your fingers. So they call them the Psycho Vanessa. Woo, ah. Oh yeah, and this is something everybody should have. It's a Lubri, a toilet library. Yeah, so when you're on the toilet, you can just pick up a book. So it makes the most of the space, you see. It's not just a toilet, you can keep your books in there as well. It's my shower there. And here is my bedroom. Yeah, so that's it. I mean, it's small, it's compact, but it's it. You've got everything you need. You compact it down into one small, cute little bundle.
As the day draws to an end, the light summer evenings offer a great opportunity for those that want to socialise and catch up with other boaters. And Holly's temporary neighbour Badger has arranged a get-together, and all are welcome.
Well, what we have here at the moment is we're having a bit of a gathering, and we do this quite often in the summer. We're just going to get some food together, community cook-off, and sort of have a good time.
These things aren't sort of talked about by text or anything. You might see someone walking or cycling past, they say, we're having a sit out, do you want to come round? And you normally bring some food and some drinks and things, and some chairs if you've got chairs, because there's never enough chairs.
Well, our barbecues that we use aren't your average barbecue. They're recycled. They're middle of a washing machine. It's the metal bit, the metal drum, and you take the washing machine apart, get the drum out, and you've got a perfect barbecue. So there you go. We're all looking after each other. You can live in a house and you won't see anybody for months. You know, you're on your own, you're just watching telly. Don't see that as a life really, and paying lots of bills. And we all get together, look after each other. We're sort of a different community, transient community I'd say. Nomadic travellers. I can't say the other two words. But yeah, we all get together, and in the summer like this is fantastic. You know, it's what a way to live, and you just love it. You know, I've been on here 14 years, and I wouldn't ever go back to a house again, ever. So I'd die on the boats.
But you only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you...
Music's really important when we have our gatherings. A lot of people on the canal play instruments, and it lends a real kind of ambience to the evening, like more than recorded music does. And ordinary people walk past and are a bit like, what's going on there? But I don't think they normally mind.
And of course this gathering's not going to go without live music, and that's where Del comes in.
I moved onto the boat because I couldn't hack I was living in a caravan or a mobile home, and I was paying out about £600 a month before I put food on the table. So I thought, can't keep doing this. So I got a boat from there. It's lovely. It's a great life. And there you go. You know, so I just sort of, I don't know, It's not for everybody. You've got to be a certain kind of person. And we're all that sort of person. Brilliant people. I actually wrote a song about it, and it's about the canal. And I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Nature gave me a call, but I sat up and had a cup of tea, and this came into my head, and I started writing words down. And as I was writing it, I had a tune for years that I never put words to, and I realised that the words to this poem was going along with that rhythm, so I turned it into a song. And this is it. Yeah, don't choke on the smoke. The water trickles past me, the time just glides along. The trees bow to the water, my heart knows there's nothing wrong. The hours mingle nicely into another day. My only big decision is where I'm gonna stay.
All across the canal, boats are enjoying the evening in their own ways. The hens finally made it to Bath and found themselves a great spot to moor up in the city, ready to party away into the late hours of the night. Marv finished his day's work and opted for a quiet approach with Moggy, his dog.
Another lovely day, done and dusted. Dead on the feet, getting ready for a beer now. A little bit of music, watch the buzzers, watch the sun go down. Fantastic. Another day tomorrow.
Dave's still working on his boat. Well, the intention is there. But whatever it is they're doing, they've all got one thing in common: the love of the water. The thousands of miles of British canal networks that link the countryside to the cities, towns and villages along the way, that some people pass through and others call home, as they experience life on a boat.
Living on the water, I find my mind can roam, to drift among my memories, regrets I haven't won. Others may not like it, it's not for everyone. My life has no confusion, I have found my perfect home.